What's going on, you guys? My name is CVK, one of the hosts of all things MCC, and today I'm bringing you my teams and predictions for the MCC Twitch Rivals that will be happening in real life at TwitchCon in around about a week's time. This video is going to be slightly different. We are going to go through the teams and I am going to give you placements, but I'm also going to give you all the information that you might need that we know so far about the MCC Twitch Rivals. So we'll do the teams first and then I'll give you some information. First up, we have the red team, Fruitberries, Tubbo, Jack Manifold, and Becky Amon. The funniest thing about this was that my chat said Fruitberries is going to be on babysitting duty, which just made me laugh because I think Fruit is also one of the young ones on this team. So I actually think it's going to be Becky Amon who's going to have to be responsible for them. And this is a dangerous team. It's a dangerous team. Next up, we have the Orange Ocelots made up of Kratzy, Smager, Orange Juice, and Masayoshi. So cool to see Masayoshi coming back. They were in the Underdogs event, MCC 27, which is considered half canon, apparently. This team is actually really, really strong. As in, like, it's, for me, one of the most obviously strong teams. Kratzy is an absolute beast. And he has hometown advantage. It's in Vegas, and he's in Vegas, so I don't know what that means, but I don't know if no one's ever played with MCC hometown advantage, except for my team when we landed that one time, and that didn't go very well, so maybe Kratzy's doomed. But obviously, Smager and Owen, another strong duo as well, and Masayoshi, hard one to place. I really underestimated them in the Underdogs event where they actually came second. They had an unbelievable meltdown, but I think that unbelievable meltdown made it even harder to place where I think Masayoshi could place, but I think he's a fine addition to the Orange Ocelots, and this team is, I think, the strongest in the event, IMO. Then we have the Yellow Yaks made up of Antfrost, Captain Sparkles, Awesome Dude, and Cubfan. Again, another powerful one. These teams are looking really good. I think this is a really great all-round team. I think what we get is three players who are teetering around sort of the average score and a little bit up. And then we have Antfrost, who is definitely the standout player of this team. This team can do bits. It's very powerful. Let's take a look at Lime. Next up, we have the Lime Llamas made up of Jojo, Solo, Shadoon, Shubble, and Elena. Now, this is definitely a frightening team. Jojo, Shadoon as a duo is going to be very scary. They're definitely going to take the lead in things like PvP, etc. Shubble and Elena come with a wealth of experience. They understand this event inside out and always perform consistently. I think what we're going to see here is a really good all-round team. Problem is we don't know the games, and just a little spoiler for the information, there's only 6 games in this MCC. So it's going to be weird. Next up is Green, and I think this has potential to be, again, another really strong team. G Nelly back in the mix, and Pizza Hut 5-Up and Foolish Gamers. Now, that is the Pizza Hut 5-Up duo was already a bit of a scary one. Add in Foolish, who hasn't been playing as consistently, but was teetering around the middle of the pack, sort of 15th to 20th place, which is a great place to be in. Overall, I think with Pete's massive consistency and 5-Up strategies, this team could be a threat. Next up, the first team of day 2, it's Illumina, Rambo, Dark Eyebrows, and Sneak Snag. As you can see, the teams for this event are pretty balanced. I still personally think the orange looks like all round kind of the strongest at the moment. That might change as I look a little bit more into things. And again, we have no idea what the games are, and there's only 6, which is going to make things very confusing. But I think this team, again, it could be in contention. Sneak Snag has Father buff now, which I'm sure is going to help him. Let's take a look at Aqua. Next up, we have H-Bomb on babysitting duty of the Hermits. This is going to be a super fun team. I know H-Bomb has a ton of experience in teaming with some of these people before. You know I always say good things about Gem. And Impulse and Scar bring their teamwork and strategy to the event. I can see them. I think this is probably going to be one of the hardest things that I've ever had to work out who's going to do what. Like, all the teams seem relatively balanced. There's going to be this weird added pressure of it being in person. So I think that by literally, you could random number generate to these teams and you'd probably still do better than I'm going to do in my predictions. Next up, we got the Blue Bats made up of Puns, Hannah Rose, Bad Boy Halo, and Goomy. Now, I think this team is a team that sort of would not need PvP games, but would definitely sort of lead the charge with PvP games. And we just don't have a clue what kind of games we're going to get yet. We have no idea. So not to say they're shoddy at other games, but I think they're going to be PvP leads. And I think we're only going to get 1 or 2 PvP games. So that's my prediction. The next team, and arguably the greatest team of all time, is Purple Pandas. That's right. You're seeing this correctly. Purpled on the Purple Pandas. Surely that's a buff, and he's already the GOAT. Then me, who is one of the best players in the event, no bias. And then we teamed up with Aimsy and Gucky. We have great chemistry. I get on so well with these guys. I think it's going to be an absolute blast. Me and Purple are both super competitive and want to win, but we're also not so competitive that, like, we let it get us down if we don't do super well. So I do think we have a good shot at this. I was actually quite surprised. Purple asked if I wanted to team for this event, and we put each other down, and we thought, probably not going to happen, mate. And here it is. It's happening. I got the message from Purple the other day, said, let's win this event. We're going to lock in. So we're locking in. And the final team is the Pink Parrots. This one, I think, is going to be a bit of a crowd favorite. Sapnap, George Not Found, Sylvie, and Captain Puffy. Now, back in the early days of MCC, the original trio was obviously Dream, Sapnap, and George. And we actually haven't seen Sapnap and George team together since MCC 23. So I think there's going to be a lot of people that are excited that these two are back together. Definitely a very strong team. We saw Sylvie really come into their own through Season 2 and into Season 3. I think Sapnap's going to thrive under the pressure of an IRL event and is going to enjoy being able to scream at people while they play. Definitely a strong team. And that's it for your teams for MCC Twitch Rivals. Now let's take a look at some of the information that we have about the event. My predictions are going to come at the end of this video, by the way. So as you can see here, we have MC Championship Live featuring Minecraft TwitchCon Las Vegas 2023. Now, the first thing that's going to be super weird is the fact that this is on October 20th, which is actually a Friday. They have managed to keep the time the same. So it's going to be at midday, I believe, in Vegas, meaning that there's actually no time change to normal. But it is on Friday, which is going to be very, very bizarre. So if we scroll down here through the overview, you can see here who's participating. Check back to see who's confirmed for the show. So Twitch Rivals actually announced a bunch of the people that were already going to be in it. Then they retracted a bunch of the people that were already going to be in it. And now it's all going to be announced again when this video comes out. All the teams will be announced. So they can do it. As you can see here, MC Championship Live Finals and MCC Championship Live Minigames, which does seem like they are acting like the minigames are different to the Dodgeball event, which is going to be weird. I'm not sure why it's written like that. Nox Crew and Twitch Rivals have joined forces to bring you Twitch Rivals MC Championship Live featuring Minecraft. Join us as we crown the first live MC Championship champions at TwitchCon 2023 in Las Vegas. So most things pretty normal here. 40 players, 10 teams of 4, 6 minigames though instead of 8. Now I'm assuming that's because of time constraints. IRL, if things go wrong, there isn't as much time. You know, Twitch Rivals has a bunch of events to put on over the weekend of TwitchCon. So I could just assume it's a time constraint thing. Now this is where it gets super weird. $50,000 in total prizing, making this the first ever MCC with prize money. Now we'll delve into that a little bit more later on. But you already know this. Teams will compete against each other in a predetermined pool of 6 minigames. Teams will compete against each other in a predetermined pool of 6 minigames. The order of the minigames will be determined by vote, similar to a standard MCC. Players will earn coins for their team. You guys know how MCC works. After 6 minigames are played, the highest 2 scoring teams will compete against each other in a best of 5 match of Dodgeball. The winner of Dodgeball will be crowned the champions of Twitch Rivals MC Championship Live featuring Minecraft. So what I really think would be ridiculously cool, and I don't think this is how it would happen, is that we're all going to be playing. I was in Twitch Rivals Ultimate a couple of TwitchCons ago, and they had like so many setups on a big stage, and everyone was sat behind and above and stuff. And it would be so cool if we're all sat like that, but then when it gets to Dodgeball, 2 teams come up to the center stage, and there's 4 PCs across from each other, and you just get to fully experience a Dodgeball sitting right across from your opponent. I would love that experience. So prizing, and this is where it gets not weird, but this is the best way I think they could have done it. MCC has always been more about pride than prizing, and this MCC will be no different. The prizing will feature a flat distribution as follows. So for getting first place, your team will get $5,360, meaning you get $1,340 per player. Second to 10th place get $4,960, meaning you only get $100 less for coming second to 10th place. And this is team ranking, by the way, not player ranking. So just for showing up, we get $1,240. The reason first place has to have 1,340 is I think there's like prize laws in, maybe in America, it could be in Vegas specifically, where if you win an event, you have to get more than the person who came second. So they had to do it this way. But I think this is super cool. It's nice to see something like this. Obviously, we love MCC and we play an MCC all the time. I'm definitely not going to complain at getting $1,000 to be an MCC. That's great fun. But this is about all the information that we have right now. I do think we're going to see this getting updated quite frequently now, so feel free to come and check it out. The bracket, obviously nothing here yet, and there isn't technically a bracket, but we've got the live finals and the live minigames. You can see here round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to have rank, name, and total points. And that right now is everything that we know about MC Championship Live. So let me take a few minutes, work out where I think I'm going to do my predictions, and I'll be back, and you can compare them to mine by entering the MCC Fantasy League. There'll be a link in the description of this video. Come and put your knowledge to the test and compete against me and a bunch of other people and see if you can get placements higher than I can get my placements. Just before we get into my team predictions, I realize I said that's everything we know about it. It's not. We also know this. There's going to be Glitter Explosion and Necra on reporting. Wavepunk are going to be hosting the event, and we're going to have Kara Corvus and Curryway casting. So super cool to know that there's going to be like such an awesome team behind the event as well. Meaning if you're watching it live, these are the people you're going to see and hear. I'm assuming there'll be no admin stream for this one. I could be wrong. But we'll all be live on our own channels, and I'm sure Twitch Rivals are going to be showing it on their channel as well. So I can't wait to watch this back with Kara and Curryway casting. And now, let's get into the predictions. You guys ain't going to like these ones. I gone for Pink 10, Red 9, Cyan 8, Blue 7, Aqua 6, Green 5, Lime 4, Orange 3, Yellow 2, Purple number 1, baby. These are my opinions, and obviously they are wrong a lot. So, and yes, I am fully purple biasing myself. We have purpled on purple. I'm one of 4 players who has LAN experience before. Let me tell you, that does not help in this event at all. But I am interested to know if we're all going to be connecting to the normal MCC server, or if we'll be connecting to some sort of like LAN private server thing. I really don't know how it's going to work yet. But these are my predictions. Berate me if you want. I look forward to reading the comments. That's everything we know about MCC Twitch Rivals. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for watching. I've been CBK, one of the hosts of All Things MCC. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.